Justin Thomas is now a 10-time PGA Tour winner. Big news coming to next year's BMW Championship, and we'll take a look at the 2019-2020 PGA Tour schedule. All that and more next on Golf Central.
Golf Central, brought to you by TaylorMade.
Medina has been the backdrop to some of golf's greatest moments, like the Western Open, the U.S. Open, and 2 PGA Championships, both won by Tiger Woods. The unforgettable miracle at Medina, the 2012 Ryder Cup, and today, Justin Thomas becomes a part of a rich Medina history, winning the 2019 BMW Championship. Hello and welcome into Studio A for this special edition of Golf Central from our Golf Channel World Headquarters here in Orlando. I'm Langston Frazier, pleased to be alongside a 5-time PGA Tour winner, including a member of the 93 Ryder Cup and the 94 President's Cup winning teams, Jim Gallagher Jr. Let's jump straight into the highlights.
Let's do.
Justin Thomas here on the 13th hole.
Yeah, got off to kind of a rocky start, kind of restarted back at 11. Now this from 11 feet makes the birdie. Nice solid putt there. Look at the reaction from Patrick Cantlay. I can't believe he made another one.
23 under with the 3-shot lead at that point. Thomas on the 15th hole, par 4, second shot.
Yeah, this is almost perfect execution. Swings those arms nice and left. Soft hands coming through. Spins it back nicely. You make that for birdie.
24 under, still in the lead. Then we're off to the 18th hole, the par 4.
Well, he started with a 6-shot lead. It got narrowed down to 2. Got this lead coming in here to the 18th. Comfortable lead. Good way to top it off. 14-footer. Really wanted that one. Good, solid finish.
Thomas is your winner with the 68, finishing at 25 under par. Let's look at the standings here. Thomas makes a huge jump from 15 to first, getting on top of the lead, winning that. And, you know, this leaderboard looks really good, but Thomas making that big jump.
Yeah, a lot of cool stories. Lucas Glover making it back into the Tour Championship, first time in several years. Corey Connors, what a season he's had, and makes it in as well.
We take you out live now to Medina Country Club, where George Savaricas is standing by with the winner.
Well, he started the day with a 6-shot lead, wind up winning by 3. What was the degree of difficulty in closing this out?
Knowing how windy it was today, if you'd have told me I shot 4 under, I would have thought that I would have won by more than 3. Patrick played great. I think him putting the heat on me may have actually been better for me, because I really struggled. I wasn't hitting it where I wanted. Just was driving it terribly. Hitting some good putts, just weren't going in, so I couldn't really get any momentum going. And then, and then obviously the bad bogey on 10. But after that, I felt I really played some good golf.
What was the turning point where you kind of steadied yourself to get this done?
That par on 12 was big. I mean, 11, I hit a bad drive and just kind of got away with, I mean, the greens are so soft. That's the only reason I could hit that close, so to birdie there. But, I mean, just a terrible drive on 12 and kind of stymied behind the tree, had to chip out and getting that up and down. And that was, to make a putt with that authority going uphill is something I've struggled with. And just went right in the center, then hit 2 great shots on the next hole to make birdie. And from there, I felt great.
Now 10 wins in your career on the PGA Tour. This was the longest gap between victories since you won on the tour with your first one in Malaysia. What did you learn about your game during this time? How can this be impactful going forward?
That it's hard to win. I mean, I was out there today and I'm like, man, this is hard. This is why it's taken this long. You know, it's not like I've been playing bad. I would argue I've played just as well this year as I have any other year. It's just you know, I mean, obviously won a bad round in LA from a win there, and then a round or 2 here and there from a couple other, but that's just how golf is. And over the course of a year or however long it is, it's a very humbling and tough game, and I learned to kind of respect it and be patient.
You touched on a lot of the close calls you'd had this season. You get the victory this week. You now have the top spot going into the FedEx Cup finale. How can you change the narrative of this season with your finish in the playoffs?
Yeah, I've felt good the last couple months playing, and I felt like we were peaking and trending in the right direction. Obviously, this is a great time of year to hopefully peak, but it was good to put us in good position. But I'm just going to go try to win the golf tournament next week like everyone starts at 0.
Let's send it back to you, Langston, in the studio.
Thank you, George. Let's take a look at the stats for JT for the week.
Yeah, that's some low scores. You look at playoff history, 25 under. You got Tiger Woods at 23 under. Dustin Johnson and Leishman also at 23 under, but they just kind of picked apart Medina this week. With the soft conditions, it was helpless. It couldn't really defend itself like it normally does, and you need a firm, tough golf course with that rough. We didn't get it this week.
Yeah, maybe next week. It's time now for What's in the Winner's Bag, presented by Golf Galaxy. Justin Thomas has been on fire all week. Let's take a look at what he used to get the job done at Medina. A Titleist guy throughout the bag, using that brand new TS3 driver, 9.5 degrees of loft. You know, using, again, the 3-wood brand new model as well. His irons, you know, using that brand new T100 model for his 4 irons, and the putter. Scotty Cameron X5 Even Flow, great for that arc and stroke as well. Jim, how did Justin Thomas get the job done? What set him apart from the field? Was it his putting, his short game?
It's a combination of everything. He was in the top 10 in 8 different stats when you look at it that way. But, you know, he got off to kind of a rocky start, kind of missed it right, missed it left the first 10 holes, restarted on 11, and that's where it really kind of changed. Played those last 8 holes, 4 under par, only missed 1 green coming in. I think just winning as many times as he has in his past really paid off for him. He had that experience. He knew not to get too far ahead of himself. And I think Cantlay putting the pressure on him kind of got him refocused, and he knew he had to get restarted, and he did a great job of that, finishing it off.
Definitely agree. This week, Jim, there's been 3 course records set. JT and Josen Kokrak with 65 on Thursday. Less than 24 hours later, Hideki Matsuyama fires back and shoots a 9-under 6-3, and basically he shoots himself out of the tournament on Saturday with the 1 over 73. JT on Saturday breaks it again with a nearly blemish-free scorecard, 11 under 61. So let's take a look here at the winning scores for the last 5 weeks. You have that stat here, and it runs down through. There's no one that would matched up to him that shot that low of 25 under, you know, since, you know, a while back.
Yeah, and that was a very difficult golf course in the past at Medina, and you look at those scores and you expect that maybe with some of the places where Jim Herman won, they were also soft conditions. When you see scores like that on the PGA Tour, it's usually soft conditions and not a whole lot of wind, and the guys are able to take advantage of it where they can kind of equal things out with a 3-iron or a wedge. They kind of go the same way when they come into the greens. They don't play with any fear. The only time you get it, when you can get in their head, maybe put a little fear in there and make them think second time or twice about it, and it didn't happen this week, so they took advantage of those good conditions.
Jim, thanks for your great insight on Justin Thomas. After 3 months of speculation, on Sunday, the PGA Tour and the BMW of North America and the Western Golf Association announced that the BMW is extending its title sponsorship contract through 2022. BMW has sponsored the penultimate event since 2007, the inception of the FedEx Cup playoffs. The BMW will also be the worldwide partner of the Ryder Cup at Whistling Straits in Wisconsin in late September 2020. Get more with Golf Pass. More tee time credits, more original shows, more travel deals, plus a dozen free tailor-made golf balls. Join now with the 7-day free trial. More golf, one pass. Golf Pass. Still to come, we take a look at Justin Thomas and how he celebrated his 10th PGA Tour victory. We check out the final stop on the playoff run. It's the Tour Championship at historic Eastlake Golf Club in Atlanta. Who will win the season-long race to the FedEx Cup? 8 automatic team spots have been secured for the President's Cup in Australia for both the U.S. and the international sides. Who will Captain Woods and Captain Els pick to join them at Royal Melbourne Golf Club? And here are predictions for the 2019-2020 PGA Tour season. That and more when we return to Golf Central. Stay with us.
Golf Central is brought to you by Choose Your Shape, Find Your Distance, Fix Your Gap with Gapper, Hazardous Smoke from Project X, Engineered to Dominate.